Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here at the Miami 2020 International Boat Show. We're here at the OXE booth. We got Andreas. He's going to tell us a little bit about the specifics of this super cool, wicked awesome diesel outboard.
Thanks. Well, everybody, you might have seen the OXE outboard before as a four-cylinder version. It's been around for about 5 years now, from 125 to 200 horsepower. Well, what we have here today is the upcoming 300 horsepower engine based on a six-cylinder twin-turbo BMW engine. So it's coming out here late spring, early summer, going in production, so you'll see a lot more of it. But let me walk you through some of the features here to show up what's different to this and some of the other products out there, and to our own other products as well.
Right.
As I mentioned before, it's an all aluminum six-cylinder BMW twin-turbocharged engine. You got up to 1,100 foot-pounds of torque on the prop shaft, so you have plenty of torque. You have 80% of that torque available all the way from 1,000 RPM and up. It's got it's a closed cooling system, so there's no seawater going into the engine. You're looking at, on the 300 horsepower, you're looking at about 16 gallons an hour of fuel consumption.
So how is that compared to a regular gas outboard?
Regular gas about 26, so it's about 40% less than,
awesome.
Than a regular gas
Tell me
outboard.
about like the weight difference between a gas outboard and a diesel.
Well, coming up to the 300 horsepower, the weight difference between the 300 regular gas outboard four-stroke compared to this is less than the smaller ones. So ours is 815 pounds, which is depending on what you look at, maybe 100 pounds more than a gas outboard. So
okay.
there's a smaller difference than it has been historically.
Awesome. Tell me about like the cost difference between a comparative, Yamaha or Mercury with similar horsepower.
Diesels are more expensive. It's a little bit like you look at the inboard side. You can get a gas inboard or a gas IO versus diesel. It's about 2.5, 3 times the cost for a diesel compared to gas.
But with the savings that you make on fuel costs, because it starts to kind of.
Of course.
When is like the sweet spot of when if you use it for so long, you can kind of break
it
even,
depends
if you
a little
will.
bit on, as you say, how many hours you run a year.
Yeah.
If you run a normal commercial user, have a payback time of 6 to 9 months somewhere.
Really? Yeah.
But of course, if you're a leisure user, it depends on how much you use it. But it's a very fast payback. We had a customer here before that was running 6 Yamaha 300s on a ferry in Latin America, and you can imagine he was using 450 gallons of fuel a week.
Yeah, and tell me the difference between the maintenance on this engine versus a regular gas outboard or a propane even.
Well, the thing is that this is designed from day one for commercial users, where normal gas outboards are a recreational product from day one. So we have a service interval of 200 hours compared to 100 hours on a normal outboard. So the service intervals are longer. You can do most of the service without lifting the boat up on the dock.
Okay.
So it's designed and intended for the commercial user from day one.
Okay. And what got this whole thing started? What made you guys want to make this engine?
Well, I've been in the marine world for 20 years, and 20 years ago, somebody was still asking. Already then, they were asking when is the first diesel outboard going to come around, and there has been a few attempts along the way. But I think that the power density of diesels in the 90s and early 2000s just wasn't there.
Technologies weren't quite
yeah,
there.
The technology wasn't there. To make this 20 years ago, it would have been not 800 pounds, it would have been 1,600 pounds.
Yeah, it's kind of like that whole computer thing where it used to be the size of a building,
correct,
and now it's
correct.
not. Tell me, like, this is based on a BMW engine platform?
Correct.
Okay. Tell me more about, like, the size of the engine and things like that, and maybe tell me a little bit about how it's geared compared to a gas outboard.
Yeah.
If it's different, I don't know
gas,
what it is.
gas outboards have looked the same basically for over 100 years.
Yeah.
It's like a vertical engine, shaft going down, a little gearbox down at the bottom, out to your prop shaft, and of course you've had electronics come in, new designs and new materials, but basically they look the same as they did 100 years ago. We're a bit different because we placed our engines in a horizontal position instead of a vertical.
Okay.
And we then have a belt drive or a chain drive, depending on which model you have, down to a gearbox that sits up here. Okay. Compared to all the other gas outboards where the gearbox is down at the bottom. So they have a gearbox size of a tennis ball, while our gearbox is much larger and fully hydraulic, which makes it much stronger for the commercial user.
And like, how often do you have to change these timing belts, and what are they made of, and things like that?
The belt that goes from the gearbox down to the propeller shaft is a carbon fiber cog belt. The same type belt as you find on a Harley Davidson driving the rear wheel. And right now there's an 800-hour service interval on it. We've had customers that run much more than that, but that's the recommendation we have today. And you have on the gearbox, it's fully hydraulic. You can do trolling function, you can slip, good for docking, good for fishing. Okay. It's strong enough that you can do a crash stop. You can run wide open throttle and just slam it in reverse. It's not recommended for your transom, but the gearbox will take it.
So tell me, like, is there anything else about this engine that somebody coming from gas would want to know?
Well, normally if you just give somebody let somebody step onto a boat that's got twin diesel outboards on the back, they're not going to see so much of a difference. I mean, it looks like a regular outboard, starts, runs like a regular outboard. Doesn't sound much more. People normally think that a diesel is going to be very noisy and smoky.
And there's no
smoke. There's no noise.
Okay, that was my next question, was the smoke. So.
And it's basically the same as if you wouldn't tell anybody, they would probably think it was gas outboard on the back.
Okay, awesome. And is there any like tax credits from the government or anything because it's diesel or anything like that? Or?
No, I mean we sell these all over the world, and of course it's different everywhere in the world. I'm not aware of any tax credits that you get here for the States. Okay. There might be or might coming in the future, but one thing to mention as well is that this is by far the emission-wise the cleanest outboard that you can find. I mean, with all this Volkswagen Gate and things, people always think that diesels are so bad.
Oh, yeah.
But when you compare with other outboards, this is by far the cleanest outboard on the global market today. Awesome. By far.
Great. Well, I appreciate you spending time with me.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, guys, this is an amazing piece of equipment. It's good technology. It's probably better for everybody if we start using more stuff like this. Go ahead, go over to Ballistic Gang, buy some merchandise, help support the channel. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Brownells, Result Life, Resort Vacation Properties, St. George Island. If you believe what we believe, that living a waterful life isn't something you just do for fun, but it's part of who you are, please like, subscribe, and share this channel so we can help just that. Go ahead and hit the little bell icon in the bottom so you can get many more videos from the Miami 2020 Boat Show. You'll get the little notifications and you won't miss out. Thanks again, guys.